Stando assai fulla night, chill with it. Yes, feeling I'm dying for you. In the quiet of the night, piano keys whispering low. Let the rhythm take us slow. High, this life is sweet now. From the streets to the sweet now. For la, in the groove we stay. Stando, I don't go away. Let the piano play. We never fade away. Soft and deep, we just vibe, no need to speak. Forever.
Well, Michael Carrick or Roberto De Zerbi? Michael Carrick or Roberto De Zerbi? Hold on. Carrick. De Zerbi. Nah, that wasn't good. Anyway. The dilemma is going on at Manchester United at this very moment. Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox, all of them, Ineos have to decide what they are doing, because the next decision is going to be very important. It's potentially a 3-year binding decision. So we're going to talk about that. I want to say shout out to you if you're just tuning in. Let me address the elephant in the room, which is the fact that the show was postponed from this morning to now because of some unforeseen circumstances, which is a nice way to say my body was sore from all that I did this weekend, yeah. What did I do this weekend? I was riding, not that kind of riding. Let me see if I can find a picture really quickly. Not that kind of riding that SLD is thinking about. But riding, this kind of riding. Hold on, let me see if I can do a little bit of a better job. Yeah, wait, let me see. Let's find a better picture too. You know what's crazy? I didn't take a lot of pictures. Okay, this kind of riding. That's me right there. Hold on, let me zoom in. That's me. That's me right there. You see that? Yeah, boy. Yeah, buddy. So yeah, this sport is snowmobiling, and it's not a sport that a lot of black people do because there's not usually a lot of black people engaging in a lot of outdoor sports in the winter when it's snowing. But because I live in an area where there's snow, yeah, that's what I was doing. So if you do that for like 4 hours, yeah, your hand, your thighs, your hand, your thumb from like engaging the throttle, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So anyway, so that's what I did this weekend. What did you guys do this weekend? Big shout out to you if you're just joining in. That's AI. What? Nah, 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 nah. That's not AI, fam. What are you talking about? Hold on. That's not AI, bro. Let me see if I can find these. There's no way all these pictures are AI. There's no way all. Okay. I don't really do selfies. But I don't know what I was doing here, but I was feeling myself. Obviously. Hold on. I did. Let me see if I have like a picture of me on the thing at least, like while it's. Yeah, so I was obviously like in motion the whole time in the mountains. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that's AI. Come on, man. Hold on. Ah, whatever. You get it. There's no way all this is AI. There's no way. Like, look, you know what I'm saying? There's no way that's AI. Anyway, that's what I did. That's what I did. It's yeah. Big up to Vegeta for running 10 miles. That's goals right there. What Vegeta is doing is remarkable. Vegeta has been in this marathon journey for not too long actually, but 10 miles. Okay. All right. We like that. Big up Vegeta. Goals. I need to get back on my running. I've been running, but not as much as Vegeta. So yeah, half marathon coming soon. Green screen is saving us. Thank you, green screen, right? There might be a leak. Who knows? Anyway, what did I say? Shout out to Doctor in the house. Shout out to Joe Blackman. Big up to you, Ikaheng. Everyone in the building, big up yourself, man. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and all that. This is what's trending. We're going to talk about Roberto Di Zerbi. He's one of the names that has been trending. As soon as I say, like Roberto Di Zerbi, what comes to mind? Roberto Di Zerbi, a manager that we've seen in the Premier League dugout before. But one word answer, please. What comes to mind when we say the word Roberto, the name Roberto Di Zerbi? I'll start. Goals. Goals. Golissima. Goals galore. For you, what comes to mind? I want to see. I want to hear. Also, are you in the camp of keep Carrick, or if it's either Roberto Di Zerbi or Carrick? what option would you go with? Had to pick Roberto Di Zerbi for manager of United, or are you keeping Carrick? That's the question in the poll. Or should we? There's also Nagelsmann. You're right, Vegeta. Nagelsmann is also a name that has been thrown around. Julian Nagelsmann. We might as well talk about him as well. But today's obviously The reason why we're in this conversation is because of Roberto Di Zerbi. So I will throw in Julian Nagel's name in there just for the poll to make it, uh, you know, interesting. Di Zerbi. Yeah, I was making sure that I spelled his name right. Boom. The poll is out. I want to know. I want to know where your thoughts are, because I know the last time we did a poll, most people were still in favor of keeping Michael Carrick in spite of the result versus Newcastle. And yeah, what do you say? Where do you stand with these three names: Michael Carrick, Roberto Di Zerbi, or Julian Nagelsmann? Um, that is the first point of conversation for the day. But before we get into that, there's also some football happening this week. You know, if you're a Manchester United fan, you may think like, every game comes with an international break. But to be honest, there is a lot of football happening, and this week is Champions League football. It's spicy. It's getting to the business end of the competition, round of 16. It's when the big boys get to be separated from the young schoolboys, and they get to be sent home and given a participation certificate. So there's a lot of good matchups this weekend, and we will talk a little bit more about them, obviously, after I share the link. But I want to just share the ones that I am looking forward to. Obviously, there's Atletico Madrid versus Spurs. I have the craziest, wildest prediction that Spurs is going to get a good result versus Atletico Madrid, and it's going to happen this week. It's going to happen um, in Spain. I promise you. We will be here after that result to talk about it. But Atletico Madrid versus Spurs is happening tomorrow afternoon. And there's also Newcastle versus Barcelona. Yeah. Another big game. Another big game. Um, will Rashford play at St. James's Park? Premier League tax and all that. That's going to be very interesting to see Lamine Yamal at St. James's Park. How is that going to happen? How is that going to play? Robert Lewandowski at St. James's Park, and how Elanga and, given the fact that Newcastle just gave us a very, 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 very good lesson with one player down. How are they going to handle Hansi Flick's Barcelona? That's another big question for the week, like especially tomorrow. That's gonna be a game. I feel like it could be one of those high scoring games, or maybe the atmosphere at St. James's Park might just be too much for Barcelona. What do you think? How do you think that's gonna go down? Another game that's also being played tomorrow is Atalanta versus Bayern Munich. That one we know most likely Bayern Munich will go through. They're the favorites for that. So, that should be just formalities. Thank you, Atalanta, for coming to participate in this year's competition of the Champions League. But, it's time for quarterfinals now. On Wednesday, there will be Leverkusen versus the Arsenal. Oh, shit! Yes! Bayer Leverkusen versus Arsenal. It's crazy because having the second fixture be at the Emirates, the return fixture, I think favors Arsenal. So ultimately, Arsenal are going to go through to the quarterfinals, in my opinion. They will smash Bayer Leverkusen. You heard it here first. Even if you don't like the sound of it, Bayer Leverkusen will be skinned alive by Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. I am making that prediction right here, right now. PSG versus Chelsea. Yeah. Oh my God.
Here we go.
That is going to be the game of Wednesday as well, because it's three big games. But PSG versus Chelsea, this is now when it really matters. It's not the preseason trophy. that Chelsea like to brag about. This is defending champions. Oh boy, that game is gonna be fun. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Big up to you if you're just joining. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Real Madrid versus Man City is another big game that we've seen a lot of. Actually, I saw this um, like report that Real Madrid have played versus Man City more than Real Madrid has played Girona in the last 3 years, and that was crazy to think that a team that's in another league is having to meet so many times in the Champions League. It's like that destined to be together. So this is going to be very interesting. Pep Guardiola's Man City versus Albiola's Real Madrid. Will that give Pep Guardiola a little bit of an advantage, or will it be one of those things where uh, because it's at home for Real Madrid, they will be the better team? Knowing Real Madrid, they like to make life difficult for themselves. They'll give themselves a mountain to climb at the Etihad on the return fixture. So I predict Man City to beat Real Madrid 3-0. We shall see. It's the only game that I'm going to give a score prediction for because, yeah, um, the other ones I just can't tell. Bodo Glimt versus Sporting. Don't really care about that one, to be honest. Yeah. That is the Champions League round of 16 and how the games are looking like this week. Obviously, we will talk a little bit more about them in depth on the day of. That is tomorrow morning. We will talk a little bit more about preview the games with a little bit more depth. But I wanted to mention those games because that is what the football that is happening this week. If you're a team that's not in the Champions League, you only have yourself to blame. I can't wait. I can't wait though. If we fast forward, guys, we will be hearing the champions, hearing that theme song very, very soon, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Okay, so shall we talk about the Manchester United managerial plan? Because as I said, this is a big, 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 big moment, big step. Getting the right coach is way more important than getting the right left back, for example. Getting the right coach is probably going to be Ineos's biggest decision for the next two to 3 years. Because if they decide to go with one, Michael Carrick, then they have to live and die by Michael Carrick. If they go with Roberto Di Zerbi, they have to live and die by Roberto Di Zerbi. Like, if you can't, what I mean by that is you can't just hire a coach and then fire him immediately after. You will look even more scatterbrained than you already look right now. So the way Ineos are going to handle this will be very, very, very intriguing and interesting. And the reason why we're talking about it is because I believe a fella called Sam Wallace, who's a chief writer for the Daily, the Telegraph. He's a well-known sports journalist. He said Roberto De Zerbi is understood to be keen on the head coach job at Manchester United. Oh, shit! De Zerbi's stocks remain high, with senior figures at United admiring his front foot style of attacking football and how he wants his teams to dominate the ball. Now, I purposely asked earlier on, when I say Roberto De Zerbi, what word comes to your mind? Vegeta's answer was Terrorist? Doctor's answer was crazy. SLD was he can stay in France. I asked for a one word answer, by the way. SLD says Italian beer. Vegeta says he's just another Ruben. Ooh, you're onto something there. He does kind of not in the sense of looks or anything like that, or but like there is some resemblance of Ruben in the sense that Zerbi has got a cheeky tongue. If he doesn't like something, he calls it out. Look at what just happened with Olympic Marseille. If he's a very vocal manager. So the way, look at how it ended with the last vocal manager. He said recruitment got to do that job. Scouting got to do that job. And look at how it ended. Roberto Di Zerbi is cheeky. Who is he, though? Let's find out. Let's find out a little bit more. Look at his managerial profile. So he's an Italian coach. Previous guy was Portuguese, but this one is Italian. He tells it like it is. Born in Brescia, Italy. He's been coaching. 46 years of age. Average term as a coach, 1.38 years. Okay, so let's find out. So he's definitely been manager for the reason why, like, De Zerbi is a interesting managerial choice is because he had a moment where his stocks were really high, especially when he was playing that sensational football at Brighton. But prior to that, Sausulo, he was known for his very, very different and detailed methods that he kept on developing at Shakhtar. But his career doesn't start at just at Sausulo. Before Sausulo, he was at Dafo Buario. And then after that, he was at Foggia. And then he was at Palermo. And then Benevento. And then Sausulo. So he started his managerial career in 2013. So it's an all right amount of time for such a young manager, actually, So 2013, after Sausulo, he went to Shakhtar, and after Shakhtar, he went to Brighton, and then after Brighton, he went to Marseille, where he is now. He was obviously in charge until February 11th, when he parted ways with Olympic Marseille. But he managed 69 games for Marseille, averaging 1.81 points per match. So the thing that stands out is obviously the fact that Marseille were second. Guys, hold on a second. There's 8 likes and 16 people watching.
Oh, hi. Wait a minute. Who are you?
You're a 007 agent if you're watching this and you haven't hit the like button. Come on now. That's not come on. That's you gotta just kindly hit the like button, if you will. But anyway, yeah, so now he's free after his stint at Olympic Marseille. This is Roberto De Zerbi's managerial profile and how he's jumped around from club to club and evolved into the coach that he is right now. He has a lot of experience in, as I said, in the Premier League at Brighton, almost 90 matches. And that is one thing that you could say that Roberto De Zerbi brings to the table. Right? Some people are saying crazy idea, whatever. That don't make no sense. If you go just and look at what the temperature is right now on the streets, in the internet, say for example on X, most people are not excited about Deserby. Most people are talking. Matter of fact, let's see. Out of the 8 people that hit the like button, hopefully some people have voted. Uh, okay, almost 9 people have voted, and nobody has said they want Deserby. That right there should give you a feel. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Am I glitching? Tell me if I am. Is my is my video frozen? Please let me know if the computer is glitching or anything like that. But the point is, um Roberto Di Zerbi is not a popular choice. Not a lot of people in the Manchester United fan base, from my point of view, are fond of the idea of having Roberto De Zerbi as the permanent Manchester United manager. But at the same time, we actually right now 56% of the people that have voted saying keep Carrick. I want to know. Wait, things are not in sync. Oh God. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let me restart something.
In the quiet of the night, piano keys whispering low. Let the rhythm take us slow. High, this life is sweet now. From the streets to the sweet now. For la, in the groove we stay. Stando, I don't go away. Let the piano play. We never fade away. Soft and deep, we just vibe, no need to speak. Fall forever.
I'm a Zerbi. That's a good one. That's a good one right there, SLD. Anyway, I hope this is better. I hope this works. If it doesn't, it is what it is. Anyway, the point of the conversation where I was at, I was asking the 56% of the people that have voted for Michael Carrick. I want to know, what is your answer based on exactly? You know, not that it's wrong, not that it's right. I want to know if there's anybody that also voted for Michael, for Julian Nagelsmann. I want to know what's your answer based on, and if there's anybody here that is a Deserbi fan, I want to know. Big up yourself for joining in. Thank you for being here. This is the Football Power Hour. What's trending? Roberto Di Zerbi, Michael Carrick, Julian Nagelsmann. We're talking the options about who is next. Who do you prefer? I want to know your thought. I want to know your answer. The link is in the chat if you want to call in. And yeah, let's learn a little bit more about these managers. Hopefully, this is where this conversation will lead. Now, as I said, we read a little bit about De Zerbi. We know he's Italian. He's been to a few clubs that seem to it seemed to be like a natural progression of a talented manager. You step up, you start with a very a low club, a club that's, lower ranking, and you keep going higher and higher and higher up the ranks. Now, De Zerbi is somebody that was also considered in the shortlist after Ruben Amorim after Eric Ten Hag was fired. They might most likely there has been an interview process that has happened. So we know for sure that he's somebody that has been interested, and for whatever reason, it did not work out, that appointment. And now that is why this name keeps on coming back. He's also a manager that is also in the shortlist for many other clubs. Spurs is another club that is also on the lookout for a manager. And let's not forget, when De Zerbi was really, really hot, when he was the sensation, he was also being talked about as Pep Guardiola's successor. So some people right now don't like to see what has become of De Zerbi and talk about him in that way, but don't you forget that he is regarded highly by a lot of clubs in modern football today. So I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your feelings on some of these managers. Let's talk to the first person of the day, the one and only. We deserve better. Hey, what's up? What's up? We deserve better. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. I love your background.
Do you like it? Oh, good. Just give me 1 second. This audio is not working on mine. There we go. That's better.
It's a day of technology. It
is, isn't it? Remnants. I'm so glad. So you went snowboarding. How lovely.
Yeah, snowmobiling. Yes. It's like a scooter, or that's got the skis on it. And it's really thrilling. It's very, very, it's an adrenaline rush. And because, sometimes you're in parts where that if you fall, it's probably the last trip of your life. It's the last adventure of your life. Because it was really high up in the mountains,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm not very good at it either. So
will you do it again? Will you do it again soon?
Yeah. It was my second winter doing it. So so clearly I like something about that adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I've got loads of friends, and they all love snowboarding.
Yeah. You know how I look at it? We deserve better. If you're in a place where they snow and you say, I hate winter, I'm gonna only stay inside, you'll be depressed. So you gotta embrace it and find something. Yeah. Otherwise you'll be just indoors for 5 months of the year.
I remember the first time I went skiing. Oh my God! Those banana things that you've got to they come in behind you and they take you up the mountain.
Oh wow!
The first time I couldn't do it, and I was holding on to it. It's supposed to be behind me. I went up the mountain holding on to this.
Damn!
And the ski lifts, you got to get out of the ski lifts really. Oh God, it was in Austria.
Yeah,
never again.
Jeez, that must have been quite the experience. But talk to me about these managerial options. By the way, I brought you in before we really looked at Nagelsmann as well and his managerial profile.
Just quickly, have you seen the comments Joe Blackman is saying?
No, I don't look at the comments sometimes.
That's harassment. And now nobody got my joke about all my friends loving snowboarding. Do the maths.
We're gonna need a divine intervention. Oh Lord.
We're going to need an exorcism more like.
We're gonna need... Oh my God. We're going nowhere with you. We deserve better.
You're nowhere fast. You're going to hell.
Damn. Oh my God. But talk to me then.
It's interesting. I was looking at that poll. There's 78% want Carrick. And,
now.
And I know you can't stand him, right? I know, right? Because the way he said, do you want Carrick or do you want the Zerbi? It's just kind of like, yeah. I just thought, you hate Carrick. Okay. It could have been anyone, right?
No. Let me clarify. We deserve better. From the onset, let me clarify this. So it's not that I can't stand Carrick. It's because, so here's the thing. One, it's a different thing when you're asked to come steady the ship in a 3 to 4 month project. And it's a different proposition to be asked to be in a 3-year process or 4-year process that involves evolution, building a squad, stripping out excess in a squad, and actually coming up with a philosophy that actually a club will carry forth even after you're gone. Those are two different things. Now, I'm enjoying every step of the honeymoon. Of course, I wanted us to beat Eddie Howe's team, but that didn't happen, okay? And that made me like, man, I want Carrick's success to keep going. But also that there's a silver lining with that loss that we experienced, because now we actually get to really find out how he can galvanize a team that has lost, to how he can also learn from some of the mistakes that he made that contributed towards allowing the loss to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all. It's just, I hope there's a clear stance. It's not like I hate Carrick. I want Carrick to succeed. And matter of fact, if he's the right person, let Carrick stay at the wheel. That's all.
But for me, it's really interesting, this whole kind of talk about managerial, because look, what managers have done at other clubs doesn't mean they're going to replicate it at Man United, right? So I used to have this whole kind of thing. You need to bring in the best. You need to bring in this. You need to bring in an emerging. We tried all of that.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got a manager who's winning, for me, you stick with it. What you do is you give him the tools. You make sure he gets a summer. Remember all the people that were saying Amrin hasn't had a preseason, he hasn't had his players, blah, blah, blah. Right? Mm-hmm. He needs at least a couple of years or 3 years to get going. This guy's had 8 games, right? No preseason, no players, and he's got going. And people still don't give him the credit. Because people are loath to, because he's not a great name. He's not a hipster name. He's not someone from the past. And that's what I don't understand. It's kind of like, I have to forget who the Carrick is. I have to forget who De Zerbi is. I have to forget who Nagelsmann is. What have you done for me lately at Man United? And if you've got someone who's coming in and is doing it, who understands what the United DNA is, and I keep saying this, if you've got players who are saying, we're struggling, we don't know what to do, and suddenly standing in front of you is a man that knows what that struggle feels like, and has won at the very top. He's won Champions League, he's won Prems, he's won FA Cups, he's won Carabao Cups, he's even won Charity Shields. He's won the lot. If you've got someone like that in front of you, to me, that's priceless. And I'm not saying that counteracts getting someone who's got trophies in Champions Leagues and other leagues. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I would really look at that with really serious contention, because that's, to me, that's really, really, really important to have that in the dressing room. Just someone who knows what Man United is, because you can't turn around to him saying, well, how do you know? You've never won the league for Man United. Yes, I have. You don't know how difficult it is to get into the Champions League spot. Yes, I do. You don't know how difficult it is to win the Champions League. Yes, I do. Do you see what I mean? It's kind of like, I think that's priceless.
I precisely see what you mean, because you're reminding me of this piece that I read not too long ago about Zidane as a manager for Real Madrid. Matter of fact, it might have been Gareth Bale who was talking about this, saying sometimes like his history, his pedigree, his connection to the club did 55% to 60% of the work already.
Yeah.
You know, and just knowing that he has Real Madrid DNA, like he's a proper, he's got that in his blood. Like as a player, it was already as a feeling that like, it's very different from like when somebody that is from like somewhere else, a foreign coach somewhere that did it with another team in another league. You know, you get what I'm saying? That conversation.
I get that entirely. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you're playing for that club, and there you have in front of you someone who knows exactly what it feels like to play for the club and to win at the club and to be successful. So you have to listen. You do connect to that on a much deeper level. The other thing is, you make sure he's got the right people around him. Now, he's got Steve Holland. Steve Holland has worked through an array of managers at Chelsea, an array of managers, right? So he knows. He's also worked in the England setup. He's also worked with the under-21s. He's also worked with the reserve team. Do you know how invaluable all of that experience is? So all I think is, you just make sure you add to that. You just make sure you give the tools. And he's not stubborn. And he's not making noise. And for me as a fan, I don't want a manager who calls out the players. I don't want it. You call them out behind closed doors.
Really? You don't like a vocal manager that will actually like can use like a press conference as a way to motivate a player? You don't like that?
Every single week. That's what we've had. No, I don't want that. Do you know that? Think about it, right? We've got ex-players slating us. We've got ex-managers slating us. We've got the press slating us. We've got other clubs slating us. We're news. As a fan for 50 plus years, I'm so exhausted of hearing about the noise. You know, when I grew up, there was no noise. All you heard was about the football. The odd person, maybe a George Best.
Well, you also grew up at a time when the news was traveling slower. We deserve better. Come on, there's also that.
Maybe a Beckham. You would have some of that noise, right? But it wasn't from the manager. It was never ever from the manager. The manager really quickly shut down noise. If you were making noise, you were out. Right? Okay. That's the way it worked. So I want a manager who kind of doesn't bring the noise.
Okay.
Bring the football. That's all I want to hear about. I'm exhausted by all of that. I'm an old man, mate. I'm 50.
I hear you.
I'm tired of it. Do you know what I mean? So,
I hear you.
I'm not sure what Zerbi will bring. Whether he's going to bring noise. I'm concerned about that. Nagelsmann, he done well at Bayern, but where's the barometer? What else are we judging him on? You know, at least Zerbi has been. He was fairly successful at Bayern. He got 6. He got far in Europe with them. He got far in an FA Cup run with them, and he won La Liga by beating Paris Saint-Germain last year. So he's got some kudos to him.
Wait, who won La Liga by beating? What did you just say?
Not La Liga, the French league. I know you just want.
You sounded like you're fabricating. Gotcha, ladies and gentlemen. We found ourselves a fabricator here. Big up to Tammy in the building. Shout out to you if you're just joining in. Let's talk to Titanium. I haven't talked to Titanium, aka Bilal. How you doing? I haven't talked to you in a minute.
I'm good. I think it's the first time talking to you.
Nice talking to you. What are you saying? So you have Zerbi right here. You have Nagelsmann. You have Michael Carrick.
I would keep Carrick myself.
Why?
Just because I don't trust Ineos to make the right decision.
Really? Like what if? Okay, here's the thing. I know you say you don't trust Ineos, but what if the next manager? What if Michael Carrick is not the person to really take us to the next step? You know, like he might be good as a caretaker, but what if we need somebody to take us to the next level? Do you get what I mean?
I'd say just have a look what he does. Just try it. See
Try
what
it
happens.
first.
See how
But
far he goes anyway.
okay, did you like how we played versus West Ham? I mean, versus Newcastle, versus Everton, versus all the games versus after Arsenal versus and
No, I
after
did it.
after
But
Man City. So that's what I'm trying to find out. Like, if you saw football you didn't like, and you're saying keep Michael Carrick, like, help me understand that.
I didn't like it, but I think we could go on another run like the one that we did when he was in charge earlier.
Mm.
But yeah, I'd say just give him a go, see what happens.
Hey, I can't argue too much. All right, because at the end of the day, it's a gamble, and who knows? Maybe Carrick is the right one. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. Then, do you think? Where do you think he's gonna finish this
This
season?
season, uh, probably third, I think. I think we'll stay third all the way to the end.
If he finishes fifth, will you change your mind about how you feel about him?
Depends if you get Champions League or not.
If Michael Carrick finishes sixth and Zerbi wants the job, what are you gonna say, Bilal?
I don't think Zerbi screams of a United manager.
Damn, you're still sticking with Carrick.
Yeah. Because I just don't trust Ineos to make the right decision. Like last time they hired Amarin, that he wasn't the right fit for us.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I respect your stance, man. Thanks for calling in. All right.
Thank you.
Please call in
Thanks for
again.
having me on.
Yeah, always a pleasure talking to you. Yeah. Do you have parameters for Michael Carrick? That's what I want to know. If Michael Carrick finishes at a certain league position, do you change your mind about him? That's what I want to know.
I'm so sorry about that. I had a blonde moment. You were waiting to get me out, and I don't blame you. I was rabbiting on far too long. For me, I would love him to finish third. I think if he finishes third, he's got to be in the conversation. And by the way, I don't think we're going to beat Villa, and I don't think we're going to beat Bournemouth. I think they're going to be 2 draws, and then people are going to lose their minds because we don't play until mid-April. But then I think we win everything. I think we win everything after that, and I think we still end up third.
Okay. And Edison Bindem, when he's saying, "Oh, we're not beating Villa, we're not beating Bournemouth, but if we win everything else afterwards, interesting. That could be an interesting turnaround." Let's talk to men like Bali Tech. Have no fear, ladies and gentlemen. Men like Bali Tech is here. Wagwan, my bro.
What's good, people? First of all, big up to everybody in the chat. This is the Football Power Hour. Make sure you like. Every like will be donated to Bots's future wives.
Hey, we gotta do it for the future wives. We gotta do it. We gotta do it for somebody, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Bali Tech, we got three roads here. There's one road that leads to Zerbi, one road that leads to the town of Carrick, one road that leads to Nagelsmann. Which road is the best road to walk, in your opinion?
I would say Nagelsmann's probably the most versatile in terms of system. He plays many different systems.
Okay.
The Zerbi, he's got his own particular system which he's married to, and probably the most volatile in terms of character. He flies off the handle. And then you have Carrick, who is going to adapt to the players, maybe a little bit more susceptible to player power.
Yeah.
And players being given the freedom to do really what they want to do and sort of champion themselves in a way. Maybe you could call it empowerment. So he's the best for working with what we've got. So I don't know about building a team with him per se. I just know that if we got a Frankenstein squad, he can come in there and it's just plug and play, and the players are willing to play for him. So,
Yeah.
if anything, right now it's looking like Carrick is the least risky because, again, he's willing to say the right things, probably give the players a bit more leeway behind the scenes, and he's able to get results even though the team's not optimized for either Nagelsmann or a De Zerbi. If they pick a De Zerbi, they're gonna have to buy players that fit what he wants. If they pick a Nagelsmann, he can play different positions. I mean, he can play different formations, but ultimately, I'm still sure that he's gonna want certain types of players to come into the club. Carrick can. If they said tomorrow, yo, there's no transfer key, Carrick will be like, yes, boss. I'll work with whatever we have, boss. Oh, what? I'll dip into the academy. Oh, yeah, did you know we had JJ Gabriel down here? I'll bring him out the academy. I'll bring Shea Lacey out. I'll bring Goodwill Kokonki out. I'll let them run around. So Carrick actually goes to the youth team games and watches it. So even though I would prefer a manager who has a bit more credibility, if you put a gun to my head and you say, pick, and this is just based off the club's attitude also towards signings and backing a manager, on paper, I would prefer Nagelsmann, but then realistically, I'd have to go with Carrick.
Okay. All right. Because like he was probably the best suited for the circumstances that we're currently in. Right?
Yes, and also we don't know when we're going to come out of this circumstance. Yeah, I don't know if a Nagelsmann can deal with the ego of a Luke Shaw getting injured all the time and being on PlayStation all night and shit like that. I don't know, like, there's certain funny things that happen behind closed doors, and those managers might not be able to deal with it. Whereas Carrick, he just comes in there and he's like, oh, you're not really supposed to do that. Oh, you're going to make me look bad. And then he's like, Carrick, I love you. I'm not going to let you down, blah, blah. Like, he has a relationship with his brothers. So it's a different type of situation. Whereas the other, like De Zerbi, he'll go in there, he'll be throwing chairs every week.
The media will definitely like this because he'll give them the box office quotes, he'll give them the stints, but Carrick feels like he's more vanilla than anything in terms of media treat, like how what each manager could feed the media, right? Carrick won't give them the sound bites that they want.
Yeah, he won't, but the only thing is, obviously, I know De Zerbi plays pretty football, right?
Yeah.
But every time we get a manager that wants to play a certain type of way, these players only half get it every single time. And to flush the players out that don't have the IQ to play the ball, to now get new players in to play the ball, like the board never moved that quickly anyway. So to me, that just rules out De Zerbi automatically. Yeah. The only time I'm gonna say want to move for a manager that is wedded to how he wants to play is if we're gonna get the best of the best of the best of the best, and that's outside of Pep Guardiola. That's Luis Enrique. If we're not doing that, we might as well just stick to Carrick and let these guys build up the squad. And once it's clear that he's taken us as far as he can take us with a squad that looks like they're raring to go, then maybe that's when we start looking at who's going to come in after that. Maybe that might be a better strategy, because right now we're in a transitional period, and maybe it don't make sense to get a manager. Now we're going to start dreaming about all the things that this manager is going to do. And then when he gets to like the first leg or the second leg of the project, he's getting sacked. So maybe the club should just use Carrick, let him take us to wherever he feels like he could take us whilst they're building the squad. And then once the squad is near enough complete, I mean, if he's failing, then by all means sack him, and then get a manager that can actually take us to the promised land if he can't do it.
Okay. All right.
But it is valuable that he has a relationship with the players. He goes to watch the under-18s. He goes to watch the under-21s. So, I mean, I've got to give him credit on how he's sort of integrated with the squad, got a certain amount of results. Like, don't get me wrong, I was happy with the way we played in the bigger games, but then the mid sort of games, I feel like the level of quality of the football went down, even though we got results. And I couldn't have asked for a better start than he actually showed. I couldn't really have asked for it. It's actually a dream start, in my humble opinion. But I don't think I feel like we lied to ourselves when we were saying that there's no form of vibes there. I feel like there's a lot of vibes in the football, or at least maybe there was more structure in the bigger games, but I feel like in the smaller games I see a lot of vibes there, and I see a lot of vibes and moments, but I ain't hating on it. If that's we've been doing vibes and moments through multiple managers. So if we're able to get wins and consistently get into the Champions League based off of vibes and moments, then cool. Whilst building a team that's in transition, cool. Right now we're a bit of a cup team. Not this season, but in general, we're a bit of a cup team. And until we build our squad, then hopefully by then we'll have a challenging for the league team, and then eventually a league winning team.
Okay. All right. So Buddy Tech is saying give it to Carrick. Give it to Carrick. What are you saying? What do you value? Vibes. Do you value trophies? Do you value disciplinarian type of manager? I want to know. The link is in the chat, by the way, if you can call in. Hit the like if you haven't hit it yet. And that was my bro, Mr. Tech. Let's talk to Mr. Black Man.
Yo,
Big up, Joe.
well, go on. Hey, listen, do you know what? Hey, big up Bally Tech still. He was spitting basically almost everything I wanted to say. Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, yeah, he kind of hit the nail on the head, especially when it comes to like the way that the situation is right now with Carrick. Yeah. Here's one thing I'd like to add to what he was saying. Yeah. Here's the thing right now. On the trajectory that Michael Carrick is on, yeah, it actually takes an extraordinary manager to displace him now. This is what you have to realize, yeah? And we know he's kind of the unknown still from the start of a season, yeah? But from what he's displayed so far, yeah, he can take control of the team, he can stabilize the team, he can get wins out of the team. Even if it's vibes or good or whatever, or moments, like Bally Tech was saying, he's able to get results. Now, the only way he could actually not be in the running anymore is if he just capitulates from now, which I can't see happening, if I'm being quite honest. Yeah, you'd have to lose like every single game from now till the end of the season, right? For him to not be in the running anymore. Yeah, right now.
No, if he misses top 5, he's not in the running anymore.
For you, maybe, not for me. Yeah,
you still consider Carrick if he got 6th?
Yeah, he's in the conversation still.
Joe,
I'm not saying anything else. I said what I said, bro. He's still in the conversation. If you're talking about man like the Zerbi, then he's still in the conversation. And this is the only way that a man like De Zerbi gets in the conversation, by the way, because he only gets into the conversation if Michael Carrick gets down there to 6th. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, because right now, only a proven winner, can come in and dislodge Michael Carrick right now, and everybody be okay with it, Like everybody's saying, somebody like, what's his name? What's his name again from PSG?
Luis Enrique.
Unless it's Luis Enrique, bro, who else is anybody going to accept, as replacing Carrick? Like, even in your opinion, do you think if Michael Carrick finishes 4th, De Zerbi deserves to get a job over him?
No, fourth is. No.
If he finishes 5th, why is De Zerbi even in the conversation? He might just start getting in the conversation, but still, he's still under Carrick for me. Yeah, it's only when he becomes 6th when he actually enters the conversation. Like, well, and what do you? And then, honestly, what do you expect from him? Top 4 finish straight away, De Zerbi. And where's the pension going to come from?
The conditions were set clear when he got the job. I think it might have been Omar Barada or Wilcox. He said Champions League football or bust. That's what Carrick's like. That's what they set forth as for.
What I'm saying is, what do you expect from De Zerbi when he takes the position? Though I'm saying, what would you expect from him?
Scintillating football, goals.
I'm talking about position in the league. I want to hear nothing else about style of play and bullshit because we had that already. Answer my question. Where do you expect him to finish in the league?
Bruh, yeah. Thing is, I don't know. Like the thing.
This is the thing. We don't know. And this is what I'm saying. We already in the unknown with Michael Carrick, but it's a tested and proven unknown so far. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
But Zerbi has more Premier League experience than Michael Carrick.
So what? But what I'm saying is, where is his best finish? Show me his best finish. Let's look up his best finish in the Premier League.
Well, who De Zerbi's best finish?
Best finish.
It's not really about the finish with De Zerbi.
Why isn't it about the finish? Where did he finish in the league?
Yeah, let me tell you about the reason why there's a fascination about De Zerbi, because it's about looking at what he has done with the tools that he's had, right? And then you only wonder what if he has a team that has a big budget, what kind of results he can actually, where can he finish, what kind of cups can he win? That's really what the fascination is about. That's how he got popular from Shakhtar and then went to Brighton, and then that very good season that he had at Brighton, everybody was just wondering that, the conversation when it began that, this might be Pep Guardiola's successor. That's when it was all stemming from that. Like, if he can do this type of football with a team that only has really good scouts and good recruiting, but a very budget.
What's he done since?
You know what I mean?
What's he done since?
He's gone to Marseille and got 2nd in Ligue 1.
Ligue 1. Can even win Ligue 1. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's versus PSG, big budget PSG.
I don't care. Here's the thing, but here's what I'm saying to you. That's another thing. So why would we get the 2nd best in Ligue 1 to come and play over here? Yeah. When he couldn't even finish in the top 4 over here. He finished his best, what I'm seeing from the chat, is 6th. Yeah? The best what I'm seeing he can finish was 6th. So hold on. So if Michael Carrick, the unknown manager with no experience in the league, comes in and finishes 6th, even if he finishes 6th, I will still take him over De Zerbi because he did that with no experience. So what's next year's experience going to bring? And here's another thing you have to take into consideration as well, yeah? If Michael Carrick does finish top 4, top 5, whatever, and then we move to a man like De Zerbi, we risk losing Michael Carrick to the likes of like a Tottenham if they survive. Do you get what I'm saying? And if he goes to the likes of Tottenham and survives, a man like De Zerbi's at our club and he's doing bits over at Tottenham, what are you saying? I'm coming for you, blood. I'm coming for you. I swear to God, inciting violence.
This is when now my De Zerbi FC. I'm gonna stay indoors. I'm not coming outside. Nah, let's hear what young Papi gotta say about this. Big up, man, like Young Poppy in the building.
Yo,
What, bro?
what's up, my boy?
I'm out here worried about my safety now for just considering Roberto Di Zerbi. Tell me why you don't rate him. I know you don't rate him at all.
Why would you assume such a thing? You just look at the color of somebody's skin and just
No,
be like, yeah,
I
he doesn't
know,
like this
I
guy.
know, I know, I know. I vaguely remember a conversation we had about him a long time ago. That's why I feel like am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong, actually.
No.
I'm not with him at all. I think it was brought up a couple weeks ago, actually, and we was talking about it.
Mhm.
And even beforehand, I want to say before Michael Carrick even got into the job, everybody was looking and crashing if it was him, whatever, and that's when we had the conversation. Yeah, it was a no go for me. I feel like he hasn't really shown much besides riding the wave of Brighton and their system, and that's what made him really look good in the EPL.
Okay.
Because you had a manager or two before him, two maybe even three managers, and it was still the same football being played.
Okay. Let me ask, do you want a clear identity and style of play? Do you want to see goals? Do you want to see entertaining electric goals? Is that the type of football you're interested in? I'm just curious, young man.
Uh the type of football, yeah, entertainment with girls. I don't. It doesn't really matter to me personally if we concede as long as we score more than the other team.
Mm-hmm.
So it just means that we're actually, just trying to play football, like, you know what I mean? But
Zerbi is your guy, fam. That's your man.
no, no,
Nah,
not
let me tell you,
necessarily.
he'd rather outscore the opponent than defend well.
I mean, who wouldn't?
You know, a lot of other managers. There are some managers that approach the game very differently, but De Zerbi's point is more from that point of view of like anytime you get the chance, like he rather stick. The thing about it is, I remember watching Brighton in was it the Europa League, and they got hammered, bro, for not
Like
managing
well
football.
structured.
Yeah, no, not managing the game well. They stuck to the philosophy to the point where the philosophy was actually hurting them, in my opinion. You know, where
Right.
yeah, so that part for me, like even though I'm like, De Zerbi has a clear idea, clear philosophy, but you still need to be flexible at some moments where you know that um we're not going to be playing high press all the time, or no, we're not going to be always building up from the back if we're getting problems from the opposition. We need to be launching and playing a long ball, and De Zerbi doesn't like to do that. He'd rather stick to that one way all the
And
day.
see, and I would have a problem with that personally, 100%, because I'm okay with, kicking the ball up the field, having a little bit of Burnley football, not
Yeah,
every time, but
yeah,
when needed. You know what I mean? Like you literally manage the game to what you can do with it. If you could play through the middle, you play through the middle. If the middle's too compact, you use the wings or you go over the top. Is yeah. But if you're just gonna keep trying, it's like Chelsea when I saw them the other day. I can't remember who they played,
yeah.
but they almost conceded like three goals in the same game, trying to play out the back from the keeper.
Mhm.
Like they literally could have conceded about three goals in that game. Their last game, I can't remember exactly who they played or what, but
Chelsea, Arsenal.
um no, it wasn't Arsenal.
Well,
It was
yeah, it wasn't.
FA Cup. It
It
was
was yeah.
Wrexham.
Wrexham, Wrexham.
Yeah, Wrexham. They had like three different opportunities where if they had more quality players, yeah, they would have been dealt with.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
obviously, I've seen it with United as well under previous management and stuff. Trying to play out the back, and instead of just switching it up here and there, just steal that one ball to Maguire to try to get it over to the right back or left back, wherever. Like that play, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah, yeah.
From the keeper to the middle to which would have been Maguire, and then Maguire. Yeah, and we fucked up so many times from that. Like, and then we just never switched it up. That's what I don't like
All right, all right.
to see, you know?
And can you speak on Nagelsmann a little bit? Do you what do you?
Personally, I haven't seen him coach since Bayern, since he
Yeah,
was at Bayern. So I can't really, I honestly can't speak on him. If I'm speaking, it's what 2-3 years ago now. Like,
yeah. After
um,
Bayern, he did his little stint with Germany, but like, yeah, like for people that don't know, Julian Nagelsmann's managerial profile goes a little bit like this. He's obviously German with that name, but he started at as assistant manager at Hoffenheim under 17 and went all the way to under 19 and then manager for Hoffenheim and then he became manager for Leipzig and then manager for Bayern Munich and then manager for Germany. Yeah, that's what the places that he's been manager at, and it's a fairly short managerial like path, you know.
like
Consider
his still got experience to get to basically. Like, it's still got a lot of years to go to be
yeah,
experienced. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but he's got some trophies to show for it, and yeah, that's his you know way his CV.
His back
Exactly.
end is would be definitely trophies. Personally, if that's the case, though, given his history of managing and all, I would still stick, like how Joe put it, I would still just stick with Michael Carrick if that was the case.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to ask me that same sixth place, fifth place, fourth place, third place. If I want to
Yeah,
keep him,
is there a
it
line
doesn't, like,
where you draw the
honestly, it doesn't. At this point with United, it really doesn't matter in a sense. Like it does, but it at the end of the day, they're still gonna do what they want to do. You could only try to, like, just take from previous times and be like, okay, this is how they're gonna move. But then again, we got different people who's running the show in a sense when it comes to the sporting parts. So
yeah.
it's up in the air. I don't know how they would take it. We might even just get there, and they will still probably be like, yeah, well, we'll switch it up and look who we got. You
Damn.
know,
Stinky.
like, we just don't know. Like, it's just, yeah, we don't know how these lot will move.
Yeah.
We just have to accept whatever's given in front of us at the end of the day,
Okay.
unfortunately.
All right. Well, Young Puppy says with the 3 stick with Michael Carrick. Big up, Young Puppy.
Big up yourself.
Guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Thank you for being here. Let's talk to Wrap Up Haven in the house. What up, Wrap Up?
Go on. I'm telling you now, yeah. The Zerbi's not in the running for me. He's not in the running for me.
Why? Why is there so much Zerbi hate, bro? Like, come on now.
No, he's done. He's collapsed. He said for Brighton, football is about entertainment. It's not about He said football is about enjoyment. It's not about trophy. Get out of here. You don't qualify for Man United then. Get out.
I remember that.
He's marked off already. Bye-bye. You know, bye-bye. You ain't the right mentality.
Can I tell you why?
You do not have the right mentality for this club.
Wrap up. They cornered him into saying that because it was a
collapse. He's done for the Zerbi.
It was a press conference. They were trying to ask him if he wants to keep playing this entertaining style or if he's gonna try.
He's done for the Zerbi. Shouldn't have said that. Because you done for him. You can't say that. Can't say it's not about trophies. What he should have said is about entertainment and trophies. But because he said it's not about trophies, you can't come to Man United. And you come to Marseille. He went to Marseille and he fell out with the board. That's why he got sacked.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna make it at Man United. His press conferences, you know how it is. So like I said to people before, by default, the job is falling into Carrick's lap because he's maintaining a standard at the moment. And the truth of the matter is, every coach is a gamble. There's no sure fit. But the difference with Carrick is He's displaying what he can do with his skills right in front of us. He's on trial now. That's why he's the favorite, because he's displaying what he can do before he gets the job. While the others, it's a gamble, a complete gamble.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
Yeah, I hear you. So you'd rather stick with Carrick. I hear you, bro.
That's it, man. That's it. Nagelsmann, another hipster. Nagelsmann is another hipster, and he does the back three nonsense. His main system is 3-5-2. So I do not want that free back system again here. I'm sorry. I do not want it. Yeah?
Hey, you got trauma.
I do not want it.
Three, bro.
Traumatized by that guy. By King of Sufferation. King of Sufferation. Yeah, I'm not having it. So I'm done with the back three system. I'm done with them guys.
All right.
No Glasner either. No.
Oh man, what about But Nagelsmann is for me. Nagelsmann is not a bad coach. Like
it's not that he's a bad coach, but he's not done enough. He's not really done much. What he done a thing in Leipzig, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Went to Bayern where you always win. You go to Bayern, you always win. If you don't win with Bayern, you're crap. If you can't win with Bayern, you're crap. So it doesn't really prove nothing. And now he's Germany manager. Cool story, bro. Like Carrick, and like I said before, it was Enrique. I said Enrique or nobody else. Luis Enrique or nobody else, because he's proven it. He's gone to Barcelona, won PSG, who they said they couldn't win. He's won everything with them now, Champions League and everything. So he's proved he can win with a team that was cursed, winning the Champions League, and he got rid of their best player. So yeah, Carrick. Stick with Carrick, man. All you Amarin is trying to get him out of his position. I notice it. All you Amarin.
Why are you trying to start a civil war, Rev? Why? Nah, man. Nah. I hear his point though. He's like, if you try to be the best club in the world, you get the best manager. Right now, stocks wise, who's the best manager? The manager who's won the toughest cup competition there is right now, which is the Champions League, right? It makes sense. Luis Enrique or bust. That is Wrap-Up's opinion. What is your opinion? Let's talk to Doctor and hear what she thinks. Doctor.
Yes, hi, how are you?
Good, Doc. How are you? What are you saying? Roberto De Zerbi?
No, I don't. Why are you insist? It sounds like you're insisting on De Zerbi.
No, I'm trying to get a temperature check of.
No, you're not trying to get a temperature check. It sounds like you are trying to convince the rest of us to follow the De Zerbi train.
No.
I'm just telling you how it sounds to me.
Okay.
Because you're insisting on this De Zerbi. How De Zerbi this? I checked.
It's because we're linked to him, and I want to find out how you think.
He's going to be horrible at United. I even checked. Do you know what I checked? I checked how many trophies he's won.
Okay.
As a coach.
What did you find out?
3. The last one was 2022. It was an individual award, Enzo Berzot Award, whatever that is. He won Shakhtar Donetsk, the Ukrainian Super Cup in 2021, and the Coppa Italia Lega Pro for Foggia. I'm just telling you what is on Wikipedia. That sounds like the Carabao Cup and what is the Super Cup? I do not want to disrespect Ukraine right now. It's like a Super Cup between the winners of the previous season's Ukrainian Championship and the Ukrainian Cup. So I need you to figure this out. It's a no. I'd rather keep Carrick. Trust me. When it comes to trophies alone, as a player, this man has won more than Zerbi has won.
No. Why do the player trophies count all of a sudden?
Because as a player, De Zerbi has won Serie C. I'm going to say dos. C2, Ligue 1, which is for some club in Romania. No disrespect to Romanians, we love you. And Cupa Romani. Do, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I hear you. I hear
Everybody
you.
in the comments, I hope you understand. I
No,
hope
no, no,
you
no, no.
understand.
Heard.
Yes.
Okay, what about you took apart Zerbi? What about Nagelsmann?
Yeah, Nagelsmann is slightly better, but still a no. I'd rather keep Carrick. Let me go to Nagelsmann's. I have it all set up because I set it up. Yeah, as a manager, he won the Bundesliga in 2021, 2022. He won the DFL Super Cup 2021 and 2022. That's all he's won as a coach with Bayern Munich. And FYI, he got fired from Bayern Munich. Do you know why? Because he was in a relationship with this is all from Wikipedia I spread Reddit because I knew I was gonna come on. He was in a relationship with a reporter with a 30-year-old sports reporter for German's biggest newspaper, Bild.
Oh, okay.
So
All
no,
right.
we can't.
He was,
we have
he
to
was
do it.
giving her stories, maybe.
I don't know. It's we don't need.
Come
This
on,
is
dog.
not-
Like,
what-
hey, man,
No,
you know,
no.
what if,
Why do
what
you
if
think?
him and the reporter? Okay.
No, why do you think Ryan Giggs hasn't taken up anything outside of football since he left? Outside of the one time he was the coach.
What
You do
are you?
remember
Are
what
you?
No, what I'm trying to say is when you come to Manchester United, yeah, your good and bad stuff leaks to the newspapers. So has
So you don't want
and
nobody that will bring drama.
we've suffered a lot. We just want trophies. We want wins. Michael Carrick, we have what 9 games left. If I see us winning majority, at least 7 of the 9, maybe drawing 1, losing 1. I prefer we win 7, draw 2, but I'm going to as long as we win 7 of them and maybe finish third or higher. I don't know.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
So
what if from the 7 there is 3 losses and 4 wins?
why are you being so why?
No,
Which games do you think we're gonna lose?
No, you're
Which
painting
games?
this rosy picture, right? That we could go on like for the rest of the games unbeaten. You said 7 wins and 2 draws, right? From the remaining 9. And I'm like saying, trying to throw some losses in there, saying
Why?
What if we lose to Liverpool? What if we lose to Brighton?
Why Brighton is like the last day of the season. Why would you go do that? Number 2, Liverpool is beatable and it's going to be at Old Trafford.
Okay.
The one that I think I said we'd lose 1, maybe Chelsea at Stamford Bridge because we haven't won there in ages. That's the only one I'm like, we can. The ones I think the Liverpool one, if we run away with a draw, I'll take it. I will not say I won't take that, but we beat them at Anfield, so I feel like we can beat them at Old Trafford.
I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to give balance to the very, very
balance. No, what you're trying to see the other side
painting that may or may not be realistic. That's all. I was just saying,
we could get we got a draw from Bournemouth. It was 4-4 at Old Trafford. We're going away in 2 weeks. We could get a draw from there. Leeds United, we have to beat them. I'm sorry, we have to beat them. The 1-1 was stupid. We could have won that game, but we can move on. Okay. Chelsea, that's the one I'm like, it's at Stamford Bridge. We can lose that. But I'd prefer we draw or win. Brentford, they beat us 3-1. That game was stupid. They ran through us. Not in a good way.
Hey, yo. Dog.
Sorry.
Yeah, the evil laugh too. That's sinister laugh. Yeah, interesting thoughts from Doctor, especially about our upcoming fixtures. I'm gonna bring in everybody that's here because I wanna, in the spirit of the show of what's trending, also talk about the other news that are happening in football. Big up to Young Papi for bringing up the story about the drama in Brazil. Oh my God.
Hey,
Take
Hey,
two.
no, but the thing is, didn't I tell you it's gonna get like this? We're in 2026 and all. It ain't no more just talking and you're just gonna get away with it.
Bruh.
yeah,
Talk shit, you get
and
bang. I'm telling you, and
Yeah,
it's getting worse and worse every time you look at something.
for real, for real. People that don't know about this drama in Brazil, by the way, Cruzeiro won 1-0 over Atletico MG, right?
Oh, you talking
And
about the punch out?
yeah, this game had a mass brawl right before the final whistle, and 23 red cards were issued. The scuffle started with 30 seconds remaining in stoppage time when the goalkeeper Everson kept a shot out from Mateus Pereira, and on the rebound was tackled by a midfielder who plays for Cruzeiro called Christian. And then Everson got up, went up after Christian, pinning him to the ground with his knee. And players from both sides rushed to intervene, and then all hell broke loose after that. We got a clip to show. I don't know if I really want to show it. It was crazy. It was a crazy
Definitely was.
yeah, yeah. Oh man, like people also in Brazil, people are like so passionate about things about football that it got to this level. Of course, violence is never excused or justified in any way in a game, but Hulk did come out and apologize.
I feel sorry for whoever he touched up. Damn.
Imagine actually, you know what? Traore should go play in Brazil,
yeah, he would work well there.
Could you
right?
imagine you just see a swinging arm coming from Hulk?
Oh my
What?
God!
Man,
Imagine
not man.
Traore coming
Bro,
for
don't
you.
even continue swinging. I'll fall down. You hit me. It is a yes, you got me. Damn.
Yeah, yeah, but
Hulk
How dare you?
smash!
but
Oh
but
my god.
The
yeah,
thing is, last week or 2 weeks ago or something, the under 17s, and I think it was CONCACAF, they had a brawl as well,
Yeah,
like
and they
Guyana
got
and
disqualified or something like that.
yeah.
Was it Trinidad or
No, it
something?
was it Antigua or something like that? I can't remember.
wow,
Oh, guys.
what?
So, news under 18 Premier League Cup final arranged and involves Manchester United under 18s are facing Crystal Palace under 18s in the under 18 Premier League final. If this is in London, I'm going to go. Oh, the game will be staged at Selhurst Park on Wednesday, 22nd April, kicking off at 7 p.m. Oh, shit. Wait, am I going to that Harry Potter thing?
It was
Oh my god.
Anguilla too, by the way.
What?
Anguilla versus Guyana, the under
Oh, okay.
17s. Yeah.
Yeah, so the our under 18s are playing Palace under 18s in the Premier League under 18 final on the 22nd of April. 22nd April, yeah, at 7 p.m. UGMT. So,
Is we
guys,
deserve better in the doghouse spots?
yeah, no, you didn't bring him up.
No, 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 no. You're not.
Definitely gonna try and get some tickets. I have to just double check because I have to do something with my sister. She bought me my birthday present, which is 2 years late, theater tickets to see The Cursed Child.
Hey, at least they arrived. At least the birthday present arrived. Big up to your
Hmm.
sis. That's awesome.
And
Uh,
oh,
uh,
another thing, Manchester United social media. Let's shout them out,
oh, what about them?
or whoever the
Oh, the
media
barber.
department. Yeah, they have this thing called the barber shop,
Hmm.
and they cut the players' hairs and they're just chopping it up. You see the nutritionist popping in and out, other players popping in and out. So the first episode came out today, which was kind of funny. I watched a couple of minutes. I haven't watched it fully yet, but it was funny as hell. Let me just say, since we have like one game a week, they're really trying to like get things going and pushing it out, so it keeps our name in people's mouths, of course, and just keep, chatting.
Sure. Did you guys also see that Man City will be hosting Liverpool in the FA Cup quarterfinal?
Yes.
That should
So it's West Ham are playing today. Actually, West Ham v Brentford. Let's just see who is winning right now. Oh, it's 2-2. They've gone into extra time, man.
Oh wow!
Oh my god, West Ham bottled the 2-0 lead.
Yeah,
somehow.
Yeah. When I started the show, they were leading.
So Jared Bowen scored at the 19th minute. Thiago scores 28th, right? Bowen had a penalty for the 34th minute. Thiago has a penalty for the 81st minute. So now they're in extra time. And do you know what? It won't surprise me if West Ham kind of win this and go on to win the FA Cup, and they'll somehow just slightly stay up just because. Because they are going to be meeting whoever wins this game. I shot it, but oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry I'm delaying. I feel like I have to.
This weekend will be. This week will be also treated to Champions League football.
So Southampton versus Arsenal, Chelsea versus Port Vale, City versus Liverpool, then West Ham or Brentford versus Leeds. I feel like Brentford, if Brentford face Leeds might beat Brentford, but West Ham have more. If West Ham meets Leeds, they might just win it, because I feel like they have more to fight for.
Yeah,
they just want to stay up, and they're like 2 points behind Nottingham Forest, or a point behind Nottingham Forest, so they can. I feel like it will go to the last day. Anyway, Port Vale. I need Port Vale to do us all a favor and beat Chelsea, and Southampton. I need them to. I need them to beat Arsenal somehow, some way. You know.
I just want to share this. So this is a supercomputer that correctly predicted Man City winning the treble in 23. They correctly predicted Liverpool winning the league last season. They predicted Chelsea qualifying for the Champions League. They predicted that Man United this season would rise under Carrick, and they're predicting Man United will finish third. And what's really interesting is they're also predicting that Spurs will get relegated.
Oh, thank God.
Wow, the supercomputer predicted that?
Yeah.
That's first relegation? That's crazy. And Newcastle, look at Newcastle being 10th.
Look at Tottenham's 4th, 5th, and 6th, 65 points, all three of them.
Yeah.
So big goal difference.
That's crazy.
And even West Ham.
Yeah, 65 points is the barrier, I think, the minimum to get top four.
And how many do we have right now? How many points?
51.
We're on 51. We're not far away.
Yeah.
Couple of wins will get us there.
That's at least 5 wins or something like that, or 6 wins. 5 wins and like 2 draws, but I feel like we're going 9 games left. We're gonna win 7, maybe lose 1, draw 1, or draw 2. Yeah,
we're gonna do this. We will be there. Yo, I can't wait. I just want to fast forward to when we have more games. I don't know about you guys.
Next season. Come next season. Do you know what, guys? I was thinking about this, and with me, it's just about the logistics. In my head, it makes a lot of sense. But to spice up my life, right?
Yeah, we're listening.
Next season, I'm gonna follow. Aside from follow, I'm going to try attempt. Because this season I followed just Manchester United. I was like, and we just had the 1 game a week and stuff. I was like, I'm bored. I need more football in my life. So I'm gonna pick a team from the Championship, Football League 1 and League 2 and stick with it for a season. Stick with them for a season. I'm going to use the spinning thing, so it's going to be like random.
Will you go for Spurs?
No. If it's Spurs, I'm clicking again because
Wrexham would probably be in the Prem, so I can't say Wrexham.
Oh,
but if they don't make it,
I'm
then
not
Wrexham.
picking from the Premier League. I'm not picking from. Premier
You're
League.
not picking from the
I'm-
Prem.
So it's just
No, that's why I
Championship.
said what I said. I said, well, hopefully Wrexham make it to the Prem, so you wouldn't pick them. However, if
I'm
they
not.
don't, then
I'm
you
gonna
know,
again.
they
I'm
should be your
going to.
favorites.
No, again. I'm gonna spin again.
Then what's the point of spinning? That's rigging the spinning. Though.
No,
I'm only gonna spin if I have the results I want. Like what?
no.
What's the
So
point?
if it's like
Spin,
Sheffield
spin.
Wednesday,
Right?
you people, because this season it's just
Seriously,
so
dog.
boring. I've gone even far as going down and I'm following Forest Green Rovers. That is how bored I am. And I tried. You know how there's the Cricket World Cup. Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Vegeta for sending us those messages. I tried to follow cricket, and I was just not. I was in there sleeping.
I mean, are you picking a championship side so you can go and watch them, or are you just
Yeah.
Oh,
No, so I can go just watch it on TV. Cause
on TV. Okay.
Yeah. Well, if they're in London, I mean, I might as well just go for a game.
No, just go to a
Yeah.
local team around your area, you know.
Yeah.
What?
Could be a soccer
Tagging them
mom.
in Redbridge. Shout out to KSI though.
Oh god.
Oh my god. This is how boring this whole thing has been. United not being in this many
It'll be there next season.
Yeah. Thank God. And hopefully we at least go far in Carabao Cup and FA Cup. Because what was that first round like? We get kicked out by both Brighton and Grimsby Town.
That was diabolical. That was really crazy. Yeah.
That was Amrin board, wasn't it?
Do you know what? The one thing I will give him is he got sacked. We were sixth. You know, that's the one thing I would give him. We weren't
That's
like
only
15
because the other
or
teams
18.
are shit.
Yeah, but we were sixth, but we were still only 5 points off 15th.
And then what?
Yeah.
4 points of third. Like
Yeah.
between us and the top, it was the same kind of like math. So I mean, I look. I
It
wouldn't
was
be.
a temperamental 6, man. I'm not rating him still.
No.
You're closer to the bottom than the top.
You guys, come on.
All right, let me ask you a question then. All right, would you go back to Amrin?
No,
And that tells you all you need to know.
no, it doesn't.
No. What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait.
So next match,
Wrap up. Wrap up. Yeah. Go. I mean, not wrap up. We deserve better. What did
We
you say?
deserve better.
so you got Carrick. He's played 8 games. Tomorrow, Amrin will say that you have a decision. You either stick with Carrick or Amrin will come back to the end of the season. Who would you take?
Do you know why I won't go to Amram? I feel like he was stubborn. He was stubborn. Let's be honest.
What's he thinking about it?
He was stubborn.
Football Power Hour.